the spiritual significance of Sri Vrindavan Dham, of course, we all know that this is not an ordinary place. This is a transcendental place of Krishna's pastimes, Krishna's advent. And it is mentioned in the scriptures that whenever Krishna comes to this world, he brings this transcendental world with him. And this Vrindavan Dham, which is in UP, it is not part of UP, but it is a transcendental realm which is manifested here by the mercy of the Supreme Lord. So that is why it is very, very significant. It's a spiritual world. Of course, with our mundane eyes, we may not see the spirituality, but then if you want to see spiritual, you have to have spiritual consciousness. And this place here is significant because it is mentioned in all the scriptures. All the great saintly persons have established the fact that this is the holy place where the transcendental pastimes took place. And the transcendental pastimes of the Supreme Lord only takes place in Vrindavan. It is said Sri Krishna never leaves Vrindavan. So although Golok Vrindavan is in the spiritual sky, he brings his spiritual world here. And our good fortune is that when Krishna winds up his pastimes, although he is not physically visible to our vision, he is still here. Only those who are great fortunate souls can actually see Krishna enacting those pastimes eternally here. But nonetheless, even though he is not physically present within our vision, still he is so kind and merciful that he has allowed us to be, you can say, residents, or become, given us an opportunity to enter the spiritual world, even though we are not qualified. And this is his compassionate upon the living entities who are fallen in this material world. So this Vrindavan Dham is spiritually very, very significant, because if you really want to make advancement, then the great saint Rupa Goswami says that in order to practice Krishna Bhakti, it is very, very much important that one resides in a holy place like Vrindavan, Mathura, Dwarka. So in order to cultivate our spirituality, Sri Vrindavan Dham is a very potent place where very quickly one can become spiritually enlightened, because here you will find that all the material facilities are lacking. Even though modern society is trying to bring all the modern facilities here to bring their comforts from outside into Vrindavan, but these mundane comforts will not really give you enlightenment. So you have to experience Vrindavan in his real nature, where you have to sacrifice. As they say, no pain, no gain. So in order to actually experience Vrindavan, you have to sacrifice and live very simple. If you live very simple, then as Prabhupada has coined his great phrase, simple living, high thinking. So if your living is very simplicity, then your thinking will become very high. And of course, the very spiritual potency of the Dham is so powerful that it will naturally make you spiritually inclined while staying in Vrindavan. When if your consciousness is properly situated, and if you are little conscious of your position, then you will think twice about acting sinful in Vrindavan Dham. Outside of Vrindavan, you may perform certain sinful activities, but in Vrindavan itself, you would think twice, because your conscience will bite you and say, no, this is a holy place. We cannot do anything sinful here. And therefore, you are naturally forced to become spiritually awakened, thinking on spiritual lines. And then when you act spiritually, then the very potency of the spirituality of Vrindavan will also reciprocate with you. As I said, Krishna is saying, Yatha Mam Prapayante. So not just physically Krishna himself, but Krishna's holy Dham is not different from Krishna. And therefore, when you perform certain deeds of piety and sacrifice and austerities in Vrindavan Dham for the pleasure of the Supreme Lord, then the Dham will also reciprocate with you, and you will also get immense pleasures of experiencing the Vrindavan experience. And that again is nothing mundane. So that experience is a very spiritual realization, spiritual experience, which cannot again be described in material words, because words cannot explain the experience. That has to be experienced by you as an individual. So the spirituality of Vrindavan is very significant, because this is not an ordinary mundane material world. It is part of the Golok Vrindavan, which Krishna has left for us to give us a glimpse into the Golok Vrindavan and become attractive. Just like in the material world, when there is some special movie is been made, and then to entice people to come and see the movie, they show you a 2-3 minute trailer saying, this is excitement, come and see. You want to see the movie? This is what you're going to see. So just by seeing a 2-3 minute trailer, you get so excited that when the movie is actually going to be previewed in the cinema, you're lining outside for hours just to get a ticket to go inside and see the full experience. Well, that is just mundane experience. So similarly, when you come to Vrindavan here, Krishna is giving you a little glimpse of Golok Vrindavan, the experience. And once you taste that experience of Golok Vrindavan here in the material world, then you say, I want more, I want more. And Krishna says, okay, you want more? I will show you how to come to me. I have instructed this message of my journey, or your journey, or our journey back to the spiritual world in the Bhagavad Gita. Step by step, he is leading us to the transcendental realm of Goloka. So we experience here, we like it, we want more, then we go for the real thing in the spiritual world. And Krishna says, I am all waiting for you. As soon as you say, I want to come home, I am there waiting for you to take you back home. And this is the potency of the spiritual Vrindavan.